When they burst, they can look like colorful foliage or jellies in the ocean. The animals go towards the balloon for food, and then if a ribbon's attached, then they end up getting tangled in that too. Sea turtles often eat them. It's the #1 marine debris killer of seabirds, and they can cause harm to any animal they can come in contact with. The balloon industry markets the latex balloons as biodegradable, but that's not true. They last years in the environment. I still have some sitting in my backyard. I think it's going on 8 years now, maybe even more. Latex balloons are the type of balloon most commonly found in the stomachs of dead animals. Me and my family, my parents and my sister, we've always just been outside enjoying nature and stuff, and just always hanging out at the beach. And when we were younger, getting choked up, there wasn't that much garbage. And just as it goes on, like there's just more and more garbage. And then we started finding balloons, and we were like, what the heck's going on? And it seemed like all the balloon pollution correlated with the rise of social media. Facebook and Instagram both started, I think, around like 2005. Balloons, released in the middle of the country can land way out in the ocean. Balloons, released out on the seashore can end up thousands of miles in the forests. Most people wouldn't litter balloons on the ground, but they don't think twice when letting them go. What goes up must come down, and everything has an impact. The Balloon Council was started in 1990 to basically fight any laws that came up. There was some Girl Scouts in New Jersey who wanted to start a law to ban balloon releases, and the Balloon Council started and put a kibosh to that. The Balloon Council is a very powerful lobby. Like, people think the balloon industry is just a bunch of clowns, but it's not. They're money hungry, greedy. They just want to keep pushing their product for as long as they can, and they want to keep people in the dark. They definitely started ramping up when Balloons Blow came along, because we just kind of put the information out there, and then we started our Facebook page and Instagram and really spreading the word. And then so people had the information to stop balloon releases in their area, and just bringing more attention to it. Clemson University is a college over here. They used to release balloons for I think 40 years, and after 7 years of campaigning, emailing, calling, doing posts, they finally ended their balloon release tradition.
After 35 years, the school is ending its massive release of balloons. It's the latest sign of a rising environmental debate.
A lot of people are releasing balloons for awareness, for medical issues, or cancer, premature babies, and that type of thing. But they don't realize that helium is a finite resource, and it's needed in the medical industry. They need it for MRIs and the incubators and stuff. And scientists warn we shouldn't be wasting it on balloons. There's many alternatives depending on if it's for a celebration or memorial, but for celebrations you could do bubbles, pinwheels, ribbon dancers, memorials, maybe planting a tree or starting a flower garden or butterfly garden to promote more life. A lot of people suggest sky lanterns as an alternative, but those are deadly and harmful too. Luckily, more people are becoming aware of the impacts of balloons. It kind of goes forward a little bit, goes back, goes forward. The balloon industry has since changed their stance and don't necessarily encourage balloon releases anymore, but they're still pushing, the balloon arches. It's still very, very wasteful, and we just don't need to be participating in that anymore when there's so many alternatives.